This is one of sport's great proving grounds, a gateway to glory where heroes are made.
Absolutely first class.
30 tournaments spanning 19 countries. It's a 10-month campaign to determine the very brightest prospects in golf.
He hasn't. Oh my goodness. What a way to do it.
Along the way, a chance for the class of 2023 to expand horizons and sample life on tour.
Always nice to experience new cultures.
I love that noise.
Cheers, boy. Enjoy.
Finish the season in the top 20 on the road to Majorca rankings and secure a golden ticket to the DP World Tour. That's the dream shared by all who compete on the Challenge Tour. The last few weeks on the Challenge Tour have been nothing short of sensational. Brandon Robinson-Thompson lifted the trophy on the Emerald Isle. Alex Fitzpatrick dominated on the English coastline in Cornwall. And Sam Bairstow held off the chasing pack at the birthplace of the game. All three maiden Challenge Tour winners now well positioned to make a push for a place in the top 20 on the road to Majorca rankings come season's end. But our race is not yet run. This week we're in Finland, otherwise known as the land of 1,000 lakes. With stunning natural beauty like this, it's no surprise that Finland has some of the cleanest air on Earth, and also, it's said, the happiest people in the world. But rather than trust a global survey, we thought we'd ask one of the locals, Matthias Honkala.
I just love the nature here. It's so beautiful. You can keep to yourself because we don't have that many people. It's only 5.5 million people. So, and I love it. I just think people are nice.
Finland also boasts world-class facilities. The Virimäki Resort is also home to the Finland Sports Institute and Olympic Training Centre.
Lots of sports is happening here. Obviously now we're golfing, but you can do basically everything here. Hockey, play floorball, basketball, running, gymming, everything. Yeah.
One player who'll no doubt be looking to capitalise on the facilities and a runner-up finish in Scotland is Romain Wattel.
It was nice to be in the last group, the last day. It was nice to feel this pressure, you know. It's been a long time, so I was really happy the way I react to that, the way I played the last round. And obviously, second place is a good result for me.
An important result indeed for Wattel. He moved inside the top 50 on the road to Majorca rankings, thanks to his showing in Scotland, though there's still work to be done to crack the top 20. However, with Messrs Christensen, Cantero Gutierrez and Prinsloo not in action this week, opportunity knocked for the Frenchman. He would need to be in top form, though, to tame the Virimäki Resort course. Situated about an hour and a half outside of Helsinki, this Graham Cook design opened in 2006. Despite playing as a par 71 for the professionals this week, there should be scoring opportunities galore. So to see how the field of 156 fared over the first few days, let's join our commentator, Josh Antman.
Number of Finnish players in the field this week. One of them, Matthias Honkala. This was for birdie at the 6th hole. Started on the first, birdied the second. And that was his second birdie of the day. It'd be a level par, 71 for Honkala on day one. Romain Wattel, second last week in Scotland. This is birdie putt at the par 3 7th. Solid start to the week for the Frenchman, a 69 to kick his week off. Jack McDonald, the Scot, off in the second group of the day. That was for a closing birdie and the clubhouse lead at that point. However, he'd be overtaken by a charging Larry Ruska and what would be a memorable day in the history of the Challenge Tour. Ruska went out in 30 thanks to 6 birdies, 4 in a row from the 10th. He made an eagle on the first hole, his 10th hole of the day. That was at the second. He had a top 10 at the Big Green Egg German Challenge a few weeks ago. 9 under with 4 to play. This is second at the 6th. He actually went off the ball a little bit with 3 pars in a row before this, but back to his best there, the Finn. Crowds just starting to gather. And then this putt got him to double digits under par for the day. Too early to talk about a 59. It's a par 71 here. So just a little bit more gettable for Ruska. And at the par 3 7th, he had a red hot putter all day. And by this point, there was smoke coming off it. Brilliant birdie there at the par 3.
Putts were just rolling in. I felt like I cannot really miss today. Honestly, I felt like that. And especially on the number 7th, when I made a birdie, quite a long birdie. It was probably like almost 15 meters.
He wasn't really peppering the flags, Ruska, but his putter was working wonders. This was for 3 birdies in a row, with 1 to play. A birdie on the last would be a 58. Alejandro Del Rey did that a couple of years ago on the Challenge Tour. The perfect drive down the last, and he had this. Anywhere on the green would do for Ruska. He did better than that. About 15 feet left for a 58.
In fact, that's actually par 5 normally, but now for the first time I think we played as a par 4. So it kind of made it even more challenging to think about it. Okay, you actually need to birdie this hole, which is actually normally par 5. So yeah, I felt like I just needed to have give a good shot for that, hit a good tee shot. Actually just try to hit the green, honestly, but then pull it just a touch. I was going straight at it. I left myself like maybe 4 meters away from the hole. And Emilio was in my group, and he made a putt from the same line, and I saw like, okay, this can actually go in. But yeah, I was a bit nervous in that putt for sure.
A sensational round of golf from Lauri Ruska, 59, just the 4th man in Challenge Tour history to go sub-60.
Where else you want to shoot the 59? Or maybe like some major or something, but still like doing that at home is special.
29.30, 59 minus 12 today. Congratulations.
Sounds pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Pretty good, something of an understatement. Ruska then with a 4-shot first-round lead after a 59. It's notoriously difficult to follow up a low score like that with another one, of course. So how would he fare on day 2?
It was never going to be another sub-60 round for Ruska, but a solid round nonetheless. Started on the first, 2 birdies and a bogey up to this point on 11. Has been in good recent form, the Finn, a top 20 in Scotland last week. Fabulous approach into 11 there. And the putter, it was still pretty hot from the day before. No problems for birdie here, and it would be a 1 under par 70, and at this stage, he was the leader.
I actually feel like I hit the ball much worse than yesterday, but just yesterday I just made so many putts, and that was pretty much the difference between these 2 days. Obviously, 11 shots is a lot, but actually it's not that much when you think like if you just keep making putts, the difference comes pretty fast.
It was a 1 under par round of 70 for Stephen Brown on the opening day. He was 4 under for his round on Friday before he stepped up to the 17th tee and produced this little bit of magic. Thank you very much. Put me down for a 1. That ace at 17 went a huge way towards a second round of 65 for Stephen Brown.
Basically, it was a 7-iron, I think about 185, 188 yards, something like that. I was aiming just a couple of yards left, and at first I wasn't sure if it was going to get there. I think I was sort of wanting it to go, and it landed, and then the slope of the green sort of goes towards the the hole, and it just, yeah, went towards it and disappeared.
Scotland's Jack McDonald had 3 birdies, a bogey and an eagle up to this point on the first. His 10th hole of the day. Fantastic touch there, and that would tie Larry Ruska for the lead. The shadows got a bit longer late in the day. McDonald birdied the 5th hole to take the outright lead in the tournament, and then his final hole, the 9th. This was for par and the leader heading into the weekend.
It's just great to see the ball get in the hole, like, you know, like with quite a lot of birdies. Had an eagle in there this time today, so that's always good to see. And I again got off to a hot start, which kind of kept my round going and stuff, and hold a couple of good par putts as well coming in.
It had been quite the start in Finland. A 59 and a hole-in-one. After 2 sensational days, it was Jack McDonald leading by 1 over Larry Ruska. But we were only halfway through the tournament, and there was still plenty more to come. After the break, 2 locals take to the ice.
Everybody gets to play ice hockey on the ice and basically almost skates before they walk.
And we'll find out who can finish the job in Finland. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the Virumäki Finnish Challenge, which, 2 days in, had already delivered some spectacular golf. It was Jack McDonald, remember, leading by 1 over the newest member of the 59 club, Larry Ruska, in what was rapidly turning into a 2-horse race. So, back to Josh Antman for moving day.
So it'd be a 1-shot lead for Scotland's Jack McDonald heading into Saturday at the Finnish Challenge. And on his very first hole, this was for eagle. How about that for a start for the Scot? Ruska would make a birdie there as well. So it'll be an early 2-shot lead for McDonald. Despite trailing Jack McDonald early on, Ruska reeled off 4 front 9 birdies, 3 and 4 holes from the 6th to grab the lead by the turn. At this stage, on the 12th, he had a 1-shot lead over Jack McDonald. That was a fantastic approach into the par 5. Big crowds over the weekend watching on. This was to open up a handy advantage midway through round 3. And that eagle saw him lead by 3 shots. He'd followed that up with birdies at 13 and 14 as well. Slightly subdued during his round, Jack McDonald. 11 pars on the bounce before a birdie at 13. And he was still fighting with this birdie on 16. That would be it, though, for McDonald on Saturday. A 67, see him finish at 18 under par. Problem for Ruska off the 18th tee. Found tree trouble and had this for bogey on the last. A disappointing finish, but the home favourite had a 2-shot lead with 18 to play.
It was a good round of golf today. Really enjoyed every moment. There was quite a few spectators, so it was really nice to play. So I was hitting a lot of good iron shots today and made some good putts. So overall, the game was really good. Again, actually felt almost better about my game than like when I shot the 59. To be honest, just somehow that day everything just went in, but today I actually felt better. I hit a couple more better shots than that day.
Yes, Ruska and McDonald dominating on day 3 in Finland. Ruska, though, riding the wave of local support all the way to a 2-shot lead over McDonald, with Filip Rucek a distant third, 5 shots further back. Well, Ruska certainly has an abundance of golfing ability, but the Finn is by no means a one-trick pony. He joined Oliver Lindell in swapping clubs and shoes for sticks and skates to enjoy one of the great Finnish pastimes.
I think ice hockey is part of the culture in Finland, so everybody pretty much grows up watching ice hockey from TV, and some guys even plays it. So I think it's because we have a proper winter, so everybody gets to play ice hockey on the ice and basically almost skates before they walk.
When my parents put me on the ice when I was 4, I couldn't even skate. So I played until when I was 11. I didn't have time for both golf and ice hockey, and I was getting better in golf easier, so I had to choose.
Okay, Larry. Now it's time for crossbar challenge.
All right.
Try to beat me.
You can start.
Yeah.
This might take some time. We play golf only probably for like 6 months a year. Otherwise, we need to practice indoors or go outside. So it's not really a full year that we can play. So we still have pretty good golf culture, which is growing up. We have probably like 150 golf courses. And actually, I think the ice hockey actually helps the golf to grow up, because so many of the hockey players plays golf in the summer. So that kind of gets the young people into golf as well, which is good. We got a stimp meter out, so should we check how fast this ice is comparing the greens?
Sounds good.
That's never stopping. I think the golf, the way it is in Finland, is much more fun. It's not that serious. Everybody, like the dress code is not that strict as in some other countries. So I think that helps a lot for the game. They're 3 times quicker than on the course. Level out here is pretty good, so you need to be a good player to get through from here. So I think this is a good road to go. And once you get to the DP, you should be ready to compete there as well. As we've seen that there's a lot of guys has done pretty good already who graduated last year. So yeah, I think it's a good road. Should we take a Happy Gilmore style putting competition here on the ice?
Yeah, sure.
The goal is over there. Let's see who hits the goal with the putt.
It's gone.
Too much left. Good pace though.
Close.
Your turn. He got it on the first. That's center. Hit the camera. Hit the camera.
Yeah!
It's always good fun to go to the ice. You can be so creative and do whatever you like to do and test your skills and play with your friends. So I think it's always so much fun.
This was nice. I haven't been in three months on ice, so it's always nice to come back. And this is enough now. Now it's time to play golf.
All right. Thanks, Oliver. Thanks for the match. See you on the golf course.
Yeah, see ya.
Ruska proving more than adept both on and off the ice. But back to the task at hand. A Challenge Tour title was up for grabs after all. Ruska was in pole position to clinch it, starting the final round with a 2-shot cushion. So let's rejoin Josh one last time to see if he could get over the line.
Leader Larry Ruska just greenside here at the par 5 first. That's a lovely touch. From the Finn, rounds of 59, 70 and 64 so far this week. Sees him start this final round at 20 under par. This for birdie on the very first hole. Straight out of the blocks early for Ruska, looking to win on home soil. Sebastian Gross here at the par 4 fifth. Big right to left swinger on this. Come back, it is. Brilliant from the Frenchman.
He would reel off 2 more birdies, but also a couple of bogeys, signing for a 68 and a share of 5th. All eyes, though, were on Ruska, who hit the turn 1 under for his round and 3 clear of McDonald.
Fantastic crowds on this Sunday afternoon, all watching the home favourite, Larry Ruska. This is approach into 11. 9 pars in a row up to this point. That's coming back a little bit. Pin high, nice shot from Ruska. If he does hold on here, the Finn, I think there'll be a big celebration afterwards. This club has been scorching hot all week. Can he find another birdie here at 11? Oh, of course he can. Fantastic from Ruska. Another birdie for the Finn.
A par for McDonald on the 11th meant he was now in a share of second place with a charging Joachim Wikström. Ruska, though, was in cruise control and now 5 clear with 7 to play.
Joachim Wikström is on a real charge on this Sunday. 4 under on the way out. He's had 3 birdies up to here on the back 9. That's another on 16. His 8th birdie of the day for Wikström. Gets him to 18 under par. Brilliant stuff. Jack McDonald has surrendered second place to Wikström. This to tie the Swede for second. Oh, brilliant from Jack McDonald. You can just see what that putt means to him. More money and crucial road to Majorca points as well. Ruska and McDonald sat next to each other on the plane over to Finland, found themselves in the final group together. But it's Ruska flying high on home soil. What a finish from Lauri Ruska. He wins by 7 for his first win on the Challenge Tour.
Yes, what a week for Lauri Ruska. A dominant display it was. 27 under par his winning total, 7 better than Wikström and McDonald, as there was simply no stopping the flying Finn.
It feels quite amazing, to be honest. Last 3 years I've been really struggling every single week to get into the tournaments. I've been spending so much time on the reserve list that this just makes my life so much easier, so I can plan everything beforehand, and yeah, it's going to be a life-changing week for sure.
After event number 22 in Finland, it's still Casey Jarvis leading the Road to Majorca rankings. Sat just in front of an improving Alex Fitzpatrick, the South African has held top spot since his win in Austria a month and a half ago. Fellow countryman Brandon Stone remains steady in 10th place. Further back, there's little change to the remainder of the top 20. Sam Bairstow is up 2 places at the expense of JJ Senekal. Denmark's Nikolai Christensen is currently clinging to that crucial 20th place. Unfortunately, our time in Finland has come to an end. It's been a week we'll not forget in a hurry, and certainly one Lauri Ruska will remember for the rest of his life. Up next, a short trip across to Sweden for back-to-back events, as the pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour continues.